Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Better History. My name is Logan, and today we are continuing our deep dive into William Lloyd Garrison's article on the Constitution and the Union. We have a lot more today, so let's get into it. Okay, so we have 6 sections we're going to break this up into. The first section for today is, quote, "Yes, we recognize the compact, but with feelings of shame and indignation, and it will be held in everlasting infamy by the friends of justice and humanity throughout the world," end quote. This sentence here is strong. Here, Garrison is acknowledging the existence of the Constitution, but he condemns it in moral terms. Or in other words, he is portraying it as a source of shame that will stain the history of America. Here is the second section. Quote, "It was a compact formed at the sacrifice of the bodies and souls of millions of our race, for the sake of achieving a political object, an unblushing and monstrous coalition to do evil that good might come." End quote. Alright, so this part is a bit more complicated. Here, Garrison emphasizes that the Constitution was created at a crazy cost, which would be the suffering and death of millions of black men and women. Also, he is criticizing the political bargain as inherently evil, meaning that the price paid for the country was too steep for any benefit at all. Now, here we have the third section. Quote, "Such a compact was, in the nature of things and according to the law of God, null and void from the beginning." Garrison asserts that by divine standards, just natural law itself, the agreement was never legitimate, and just natural law itself, the agreement was never legitimate. It introduces his belief that any compact defying God's commandments is automatically invalid. Okay, so this next section is only one sentence, but in my opinion, it is the most powerful statement in today's video. So here we go. Quote, "No body of men ever had the right to guarantee the holding of human beings in bondage," end quote. This powerful statement just completely rejects the moral and legal right to enslave another human being. Garrison is framing the Constitution as a violation of fundamental human entitlement against bondage. Here is the second to last section, section 5. Quote, "Who or what were the framers of our government that they should dare confirm and authorize such a high-handed villainy, such a flagrant robbery of inalienable rights of man, such a glaring violation of all the precepts and injunctions of the gospel, such a savage war upon a sixth part of our whole population," end quote. So here, Garrison, he goes straight at the founders of America. He is challenging the legitimacy and moral authority of said people. He's doing this by questioning how men, despite being human and fallible, could validate such a grievous injustice. The passage deepens the denouncement of the compact by linking it with a broader betrayal of human rights and religious tenets. Alright, so here is the last section, section 6. "They were men, like ourselves, as fallible, as sinful, as weak as ourselves." Here William gets a little more peaceful. He lays back on the founders and states that they're human. And as condemned as their actions were, as terrible as their actions were, allowing slavery to continue, they were just men, as he would say, plagued by the same imperfection as everyone else. Every man had their problems. And every man back then, almost every man back then, was like, slavery's okay. And that was the imperfection that every man had back then. Here is the question of the week. How does the language of moral indignation, using terms like, quote, savage war and, quote, robbery of the inalienable rights, shape our understanding of the compact's legitimacy? It'll be in the description down below, and I'm looking forward to hear all of your answers. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe, like, and even share this to someone you think will enjoy. Don't forget also to hit the notification bell, as that helps me, and you guys will know every time I post. So you know the drill. Day or night. Have a good one.